Hello there, and a very, very warm welcome to you all. This is Offshore Technology Conference Asia, and I'm delighted to welcome you here to the Executive Dialogue. This is a very, very important part of what we've been doing in the run-up, of course, to the big conference, part of the conference. And this is where I get to have a little conversation up close and personal, of course, looking at technological breakthroughs, innovative business strategies, just really find out what's in the mind of energy leaders. And today I'm absolutely thrilled, really, really delighted to have with us the CEO of Technip Energies, Arnaud Pieton joins us. Arnaud, you're most welcome.
Thank you, Edney, and hi, everyone. Very delighted to be here with you and spending that time with you today.
Now, great to have you here. Sorry we don't have you in person, but, congratulations, I suppose, on a year anniversary. Technip Energies really charging ahead with great progress. Tell us a little bit and maybe bring us up to date with how the year has been.
Yeah, thanks. Thank you for giving me the opportunity to talk about the great first year that we've had at Technip Energies. So obviously, we created the company pretty much exactly a year ago. And Technip Energies is dedicated, it's an engineering and technology company dedicated to basically the energy transition. We launched the company in February 2021 around very much four pillars. And some of them being more towards the core of the industry, such as LNG, but the rest really being about decarbonization, sustainable chemistry, and zero carbon solutions. And I think the reason why, in particular, we are keeping some of the core, such as LNG and ethylene, as part of our energy transition roadmap and our strategy roadmap. It's because of the ability that we will have, to decarbonize the production of LNG, for example, and the role those energies have to play in what is a transition. And I think it's important that we don't stop innovating at the core. Some of that core, gas and LNG in particular, will have a growing role to play in the decades to come. And I think it's important that, including it at core, we continue to innovate in order to, move towards low carbon solutions, because that very flexible source of energy that does exist through LNG and gas will continue to play a role. And finally, if I may say, it's not really finally because we're starting the conversation, and I'll talk more about that. We formed a tremendous amount of partnerships during the first year of existence of Technip Energies, all of them supporting the four pillars of our strategy, which means that pretty much all of them are towards a lower carbon future. Some of those partnerships are, interesting because the deck is kind of reshuffling. Some of them are with, smaller partners, and some of them are with actually customers. And it's all about technology development and about scaling up technologies in order to promote low carbon solutions. So really a very exciting year, well supported by strong financial results and the rest, but and a team, I would say, that really supported Technip Energies, a great amount of motivation behind the creation of the company, the brand, and its program. And I think the support we're getting from the team and the response is extraordinary. And the strong results and a very exciting first year, which just paves the road to more to come in 2022 and beyond.
No, and well done, and building on that legacy, even and within a year, so much happening. So it's great to thank you for bringing us up to date. But tell us, what's going on with you in terms of like your involvement and your presence here in Asia.
So more than 40 years in Asia. That's Technip Energies in Asia. We pretty much started. We're celebrating this year our 40th anniversary. We started in Malaysia. Since we are in Malaysia today, I will just say that Kuala Lumpur is, and where I've lived myself, for 3 years. Kuala Lumpur is the one and only capital in the world where, when we land and we get into a cab, we say, take me to Technip or Technip Energies. The cab driver will know where to take us, and that's a good example of the presence and the impact we've had in Malaysia and in Asia, more generally speaking. Technip Energies, it's about 3,000 people in Asia, so it's a very important region for us. With Malaysia being the dominant country, of course, but we also have a strong presence in Thailand, in Australia, And we've done some great accomplishments in Singapore and in Indonesia, as well as obviously Australia. And Australia will continue to play a role both in LNG and low carbon solutions. So there's quite a bit that we've got. We've done a few firsts. First floating LNG with Petronas Satu, that was Technip Energies. The second one was Shell Prelude offshore Australia, that was also Technip Energies. And we have a large number of ongoing projects and collaborations. Some about around carbon capture. We are competing on the Kasawari CCS project with our partner. Some being around biofuels. We are Neste's number one partner and Neste's partner of choice for the development in Europe, Rotterdam, but also in Singapore, where we are currently progressing. And really, we're staying close to our customers there who have a very strong agenda on the vast array of the energy themes and towards a low carbon environment. So quite a vast presence in Asia, and will continue to be present. We are absolutely not exiting any of those countries. There's a very important agenda for Technip Energies in Asia.
Now, when we look around the world and we look at the energy industry specifically, and I want to get into detail of some of your great work, but geopolitically, we have to all, I think, be probably a little bit more careful these days in the energy industry. When we look at the situation right now, where do you see, I suppose, the big challenges that it might present for the industry, I suppose, in the next couple of months, maybe for the rest of the year?
Yeah, and thank you, and a very good question. I think it's nearly impossible to talk about energy and traditional or